Hi, Santa Barbara and Montecito. My name is Daniel Zia. I'm the founder of the Z Group here with Keller Williams Realty in Santa Barbara and Montecito. And I'm here as your local real estate economist of choice to give you a play-by-play on what's happened so far this year in our real estate market. So this is our April 2021 real estate market update, which goes over the full data that we have from the month of March. So we're looking at really the full first quarter, and the market continues to just be record breaking. So really, no matter what agent you talk to across the country, virtually every town and city in the nation is in essentially the lowest inventory levels that they've ever seen historically. And that's very true here in Santa Barbara and Montecito. And it's creating just a wild sales outcome for us with rapidly appreciating prices, lots of bidding wars and almost fist fights for properties that are coming on the market. So I'm going to take you step by step through the market. Let me just start with the general market as a whole. Let's talk about single family homes. So for the new listings, there's been 39% more listings that have actually come on the market. They came on the market in the month of March compared to last year at this time. But that's a little bit misleading. While there's more inventory that came on at this time last year, we were right in the midst of COVID, and a lot of sellers had so much uncertainty about what the market was going to do and where they would move, and they were fear of doing anything, letting people in their homes for showings or anything else with COVID, that a lot of sellers became paralyzed, and a lot of the homes that were going to come on as new listings, they were delayed and or didn't come on at all. And so that's part of the reason why we've had more new listings come on the market. Now, the real story is that when you look at the total number of homes for sale in March compared to the year before, you actually had 32% fewer homes for sale. So that means that for this time last year, for every 3 homes that were on the market last year, there were only 2 homes on the market this year. And for every 3 buyers that we had a year ago, it sure feels like we've got 4 or 5. So you do the math. You've got now only 2 homes to sell versus 3 and 4 or 5 buyers, and you've got a lot of people fighting over a fewer number of homes for sale. And what that's meant in our market is that the number of homes that have sold have gone up dramatically. So in the month of March, there were 143 homes that did sell, and that's an 81% increase over what we saw the previous year. And again, that previous data was skewed there by COVID. But let me tell you what that actually results in our current market. So the first is, when you look at the months of inventory, that's really the key factor. It's called the absorption rate to determine how strong the market is. It means that if no new homes came on the market at the current rate at which buyers are buying homes, how many weeks or months would it be until there were no homes left to sell current buyers? And so normally a stable kind of market with pretty equal buyer and seller leverage would be 5 to 6 months of inventory. We are at 1.18 months of inventory right now, just a fraction of what is normally a very healthy, stable market. So that generally means that we're going to see some price appreciation here. Now, because this market is so unique, there's lots of factors that could change that. And our market can change very, very quickly. It's literally impossible to determine the top or the bottom of a market until usually you're 4, 5, 6 months past that retroactively, watching what happened with the stats and taking out any momentary blips. So there are events that could change suddenly and have a lot of buyers exit our market or reverse the market in another direction. And in fact, a little over a year ago, we had one of those events, COVID. A lot of people predicted that was actually going to slow down the market, top it over, turn it over. And really, the whole nation was kind of surprised that it did the opposite of that and spiraled us into historically, potentially, it's arguably the strongest sellers market of all time. So the days on market, the amount of time it's taken for homes to sell has also been dramatically cut short. A year or 2 ago, it took about 70 days on average to sell a home. Now it's taking about 36 days. So drastically lower than a couple years from now, a couple years previous, and lower than just last year as well. Now, the big thing that is just wild. I mean, it's the type of thing where every time I'm looking at these stats every week and every month, I just have to I just do a double check. It is so wild. So the average sales price now of a home in Santa Barbara is $3.9 million. 3.9 million. That's a 104% increase over last year. And what that means is last year, the average home price was 1.9 million in our area, and now it's 3.9 million, $2 million more. That is just incredible. And on the median home price is actually up, it's up 50%. It's also increased by about $2 million, the median home price. So it's just mind-boggling. So the median home price, again, just to put this in context, a year ago was the $1,335,000, and now it's $2 million for a single family home. The median home price. There's, you got the median and the average. We look at both because they both can portray a different aspect of the market. So undoubtedly, here's the inside scoop of what's happening. So is part of it, you might have heard that the luxury market has just been blowing up. Is part of that median and average home price increase because of the luxury markets of Montecito and Hope Ranch? Undoubtedly, that is a major factor. To put that in context, in March, there were over 27 properties that sold over $5 million. I mean, if we look back a year or two ago, it would have been a healthy, kind of great month in the luxury market that there was 5 sales over $5 million. And last month, there were 27 sales over $5 million, the highest of which was at $45 million on Fresnel Point, the beachfront property there. So that is undoubtedly skewing both of those up. But even when you take out the median, even when you take out Hope Ranch and Montecito, the median sales price is still up 30% compared to last year. And we take out Hope Ranch and Montecito, the average sold price is still up 37%. So both of them still have massive increases. Just when we look at what we call the quote unquote affordable market in Santa Barbara, anything under generally the $2.5, $3 million price point in our area is considered more of the affordable market. So that is just wild. I haven't seen anything quite like that. I mean, our market's been so crazy. We had a listing last couple of weeks that literally had 39 offers for it, and we had numerous offers 40% or more above the asking price. Just never seen anything like this in the history of Santa Barbara real estate. No other agent or team has ever had that many offers or seen that big of an increase over the list price. So the Z Group is still doing some proprietary marketing strategies that, especially in this market, we're really taking just advantage of where the market's at and the minimal supply and the really high demand. And we're leveraging that for our sellers, and our sellers are just getting absolute record-breaking prices. So that's the gist of it. It's just an absolute insane market. If you're wondering how this is going to affect your strategic planning, your tax planning, if you've been thinking of selling and relocating to the area, or you just are wanting to hedge and essentially strategically take some of your portfolio out of real estate and be able to cash in on that hard-earned equity now because we don't know what the market's going to do in the future, please do reach out to me or your preferred Z Group Realtor partner, and we can walk you through more in depth what we think the market's going to do, where the opportunity is, and if you do decide to sell right now, how to best position your home on the market now and to essentially maximize the value and to give you the sales experience that you want. So last, I will say, if you are a seller or you're thinking about being a seller, but you don't know where you want to go, we have a number of solutions for you. Please do reach out. We've got 4 or 5 great ideas for you, some of them proprietary strategies that'll actually allow you to transition in an easy and seamless way to your next property, whether you're buying something else, either in this market or another market, or you're going to be exiting, homeownership for a little bit into a rental. We've got great options for you. Please do reach out. We can do a private confidential consultation and tell you all about it. So until next month, thank you so much for tuning in, and please do reach out to your preferred Z Group partner if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that we can address for you. Take care.